Welcome to another edition of our podcast, Leadership Shift. I believe that you have learned something from the previous edition. You can go back to them, you can check it on our social media platform, on our Spotify, listen to it, and you learn so many things about leadership. Now, today, one of the things we'll talk to teenagers when we go to their schools or when we have events with them is that what is leadership actually? Because the conception or the concept that leaders are people that are from a very influential background or somebody in a very high position, somebody that is holding an office. But we try to let them know that that's not it. Leadership is actually using your skill, your ability, your capacity, your words, disposition to influence the people around you and your environment. So, you know how to do something and you influence them with what you know how to do. You are demonstrating leadership. You see things around you that you feel you can solve that will benefit others. When you solve that problem, you are demonstrating leadership. So, leadership is basically using whatever you have that God gave you, skill, ability, words, you are using it to influence lives positively. That's leadership. Then also, we like to also let them know that leadership is also service. Because one of the misconception of leadership is that until I get to a level of office or I hold a position, then I can be of service to people. No, you can be of service to people in wherever you find yourself. So we let them know that when you render service at whatever level to humanity, you are actually demonstrating leadership. I gave an example in last podcast. I said, in the schools when we go there, sometimes we tell them that, okay, you see a place where it's dirty and you provide service by cleaning it up. Nobody told you. You just see that it's dirty in your school and you sweep it, you clean it up. That's leadership. Or you get to this classroom and everywhere is untidy and you make the effort to make the place tidy. Nobody sent you. The class didn't tell you. You are providing leadership. Now, so at whatever you find your level you find yourself, you can provide leadership by rendering service. You see a need and you meet that need. You see a challenge and you solve that challenge. The reason why in Africa and many nations around the world, one of the reasons why they have difficulty in seeing solution is because everybody is always thinking, or most people are always thinking of, who is going to solve my problem? How my problem is solved by somebody. But if you can think of how you can use your skill and ability to solve somebody's problem by providing services, because there is nobody that cannot render a service. So you need to think of it. You need to think of how you can render a service. Every time you think of running a service, every time you think of influencing people, you are actually demonstrating leadership. So, two things I want to pick from this podcast today. One is this: leadership is about doing what? About influencing other people and your environment with your skill, ability, and your capacity and your disposition. Then leadership is rendering service to humanity. Serve the world with what you have. Everybody has something to serve the world. So you need to serve the world with what you have. Make it a better place. Contribute something that will make it move forward. Have you learned something today? Thank you very much for watching our podcast today. Till I see you in our next leadership shift. Thank you. God bless you.